On December 15th, 2016, I headed out of Billings, Montana on the road that was just then being sprinkled with light snow as the first storm of winter blew in from the west. That road would turn out to be 25,099 miles long. I liked her from the get-go. This 2005 Dodge Grand Caravan SE, 7-passenger, dual sliding door soccer mom van. A spiraling crack that took up about 1/8 of the bottom passenger side of the windshield. He casually mentioned that his wife had been tough on the brakes, which I should have taken a bit more seriously. But then I deemed safety a double-edged sword that simultaneously preserves us and diminishes us. I thought that a person ought to possess and utilize a minimum amount of street smarts, or mountain smarts, or farm smarts, etc., but not so many smarts as to blot out the sun that shines on those places. I walked through the living room, through some beaded fabric curtains, into the small dining room, barely big enough for the 3 men seated around it. 2 were chatting while the other was reading a newspaper. "I hear this is the place for breakfast," I announced from the dining room entrance. We spoke of the divide between rich and poor both here and in America, of politicians more focused on money and power than people, and leaders betraying those they lead. She told me that she was having a meeting with a senator in the morning and invited me to come along. So I did. Pablo led the way into the bar El Dos de Oros, and everything seemed to stop once the gringo walked in. Pablo nodded at a few, shook hands with a few others, and I began to have a real bad feeling. Mark was an inspired, outspoken lunatic/angel/prophet/troublemaker from Quebec, Canada. We met next to a bridge where overlanders sometimes camped. He was the exact thing I needed at a time I didn't realize I needed anything at all. I never want to leave. I want to die here, in this jungle, in these pools, underneath this sun. The sounds of beasts, large and small, flowing water. The last sounds I hear as I join everything in its chorus and procession. Will I listen to the voices of fear or trust in the road, my mission upon it, and in the ever-growing body of evidence of good people and safe passage? I thought of the insult to the place and its people, but also the disregard for the power, the universe, the gods of the road, whatever all had gotten me here safely. Surely these things were unshaken by borders, and so should I be. It came to me that, to truly feel part of a place, you must submerge yourself in its waters, especially its rivers, the veins crossing through the body of land. These are sacred moments, offerings, baptisms. Cold, naked, vulnerable, open, alive, refreshed, renewed. There was something about her up here, out here, in this high, remote place. She wished me safe travels after a bit and headed off in the opposite direction, down onto an outcropping of rocks that had some structures on it. I watched her as she walked away slowly in her sandals until I couldn't see her anymore. Inocencia Nuno Castellano, Spanish in the U.S. So ours was mostly hand gestures, smiles, nodding and laughing. We understood each other without understanding anything. I reckon good intentions, free spirit, kindness, and acceptance need no translation. Every time I thought I had seen it all, it would dissolve into a slightly different, exquisite iteration. I felt so blessed to be there, witness to it, part of it, sandwiched, immersed, swimming, out of breath. Happy birthday. If there were ever a moment and a place where one picture could not tell the whole story, this was it. It had never been so obvious that the destination should pale in comparison to the journey. In this case, 35,261 kilometers, 21,910 miles. If she could, I wonder if she would kiss me or curse me, hug me or shove me. We saw and did so much together. She did most of the work. She was my chariot, my concert hall, my library, my classroom, my doctor's couch, my closet, my kitchen, my bedroom, my cave, my refuge.